Welcome to another episode of the Courtside Podcast. I'm Fui.
Brian Basu. Welcome back, everybody.
All right, we got some topics to discuss today. Right off the bat, let's get started with the topic of discussion this week, which is top 15 ball hogs at Courtside. Was posted today. Funny post. We had a lot of fun with it. Let's talk about it. Starting at number 1, Jay Milo.
Jay Milo, man. That guy is a big-time baller. Puts up a lot of numbers, but he takes a lot of shots, bro.
Yeah, he does. And just to clear it up, number 1, first of all, this is just a fun list to get. There's truth to it, obviously. But because you're labeled a ball hog by the committee or people around the league does not necessarily mean that you're not a good player. You're not a winning player. Just some players like to shoot the ball more than others. So for this list, like always, you know, we use the committee. We got their votes. We also got feedback around the league. So coming in at number 1, Jay Milo. Number 2 was JT Trinchett.
Oh, my God. That guy has taken the worst shots I've ever seen.
Ever. But he is a highlight reel.
He makes amazing shot. When he makes them and he's on fire, that guy's awesome. But I've seen him do 360 step back threes, and he's got somebody open.
Yeah.
As I'm reffing or just watching, I'm like, this guy must be hard to play with. The ball hogs are hard to play with, bro.
Yeah, they are, definitely. I mean, you watch his highlight reel, it's amazing. Fun player to watch. Super crafty and creative and skilled. JT Trinchett, shout out to him. He's a bucket, but definitely a ball hog. Yeah. Number 3.
Who do we got?
Former teammate, White Iverson.
Oh, my God.
White Iverson, another one. And these guys at the top of the list do put on a show. And I know I'm repeating myself, but
White Iverson is a baller. He makes tough shots, but again, he'll shoot 5 3-pointers in a row, and he'll miss 4 or 5 that I'm like, yo, you got to pass the ball, brother. And he keeps jacking them up. And they were both on the same team.
Both on the same team, yeah. I mean, I remember White Iverson, his first season at Courtside. It's when we were at True North. I believe that was season 5, if I'm not mistaken. He played with Puya, local mini celebrity rapper here in the Miami-Dade area. Shout out to Puya, but he played with him, and I remember watching those games. I mean, I love watching White Iverson play as a fan. Obviously, playing with him, I guess, could be tough, but when he goes off, man, he puts on a show.
Hell yeah.
The highlights that he has are crazy, throwing it off the backboard.
No, that guy plays
NBA
Street game breakers in the game. Oh, I've seen him go for 40. I've seen him go for big numbers. Ball hogs, like Kobe Bryant was a ball hog, but that guy drops buckets.
Absolutely.
All these guys on the list drop buckets. There's maybe a couple that are being ball hogs, and they cannot score, brother.
Right. Yeah, but you got to – and plus – a lot of these guys that are ball hogs, they shoot a lot of shots, which is a gift and a curse. But what makes them so good is their confidence. You know, obviously it goes overboard where they think they're going to make everything. But in order to be a bucket getter, a guy that scores a lot of points, you got to take a lot of shots, you know. And these guys do. It just gets out of hand. And man, it's funny. So,
sorry to interrupt. One guy I want to talk about, he's a huge ball hog. But this year, he's putting up numbers. Jonathan Ramos.
Oh, absolutely. He's balling this season.
I played with him one season and stayed mad, and it was frustrating to play with. I think he's a great player. When he ball hogs, he gets it. This season, he's killing.
This season, he's killing. I don't know if he's lost a game yet. He's been winning games. I mean, he plays on like 7 teams.
No, but every single division, he's put up big numbers.
He's won.
We played him against Injury Hut. I think we were brothers, and he was it brothers or barbecue chicken?
Barbecue chicken in the Hoopers division. Yeah,
killed us. I think he had 30-something. He has made a huge turnaround, and from being a ball hog, he's taking a lot of shots, but he's making them. So respect to him.
Definitely one of the most confident players
absolutely.
at Courtside. I mean, you look at him, you don't necessarily think like this guy's a baller, doesn't have the size, the physique, the look of like somebody, but he'll play with the top ballers. He'll play in rec. He don't care who he's playing with. He's got that confidence. He's got that attitude. And no, he's a bucket, and he's had a great start to the season. He's in the running for most improved player for sure.
He's got my vote 100%. He's balling this season.
Controversy on this controversy. All right.
Okay.
So there was a big controversy in the comments.
Okay.
On the number 4 player on this list, Nesto. Okay, obviously there's some bias involved. You know, there's
No, he's got a huge fan base. A lot of his friends play here. They got his back. They think he's a great playmaker and stuff. But that guy's a big-time ball hog, 100%.
And again, not only could you be a bucket, you could also get assists, right? You could also, have games where you're passing. But if the majority of the time you're ball hogging, and I've seen him ball hog, especially one season in rec, he played with Global.
Yeah.
That team that had old money in them. I mean, they advanced pretty far. They won. And he needed to also. Like, he's played on teams with better players where he does, take on the role of facilitating as well. But if he's on a team where he feels that they're not producing, this guy will jack up 50 shots if he needs to. No, but again, he's a bucket.
Of course. He's a big-time bucket. Great hezzy. He shoots.
Probably the best hezzy at court.
Yeah, no, he gets everybody. He gets everybody.
Him and Frankie, Frankie Garcia.
Frankie's really good too. But Nesto, big-time baller. And you got a ball hog. When you don't have the best teammates that can, like, if you give the ball up and they're not going to score as high and, like, efficient as you, you got a ball hog. I respect it. This season, he's on generals. He's not ball hogging. He's got a good team. He's playing better team ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But he's still a ball hog. Of course, his friends are gonna defend him, but he's a ball hog.
He's a ball hog.
But it's fine.
Very good player. That ball hog. That's it. You could be both.
For sure.
This player coming up next, there was controversy that he should have been in the top 3. Sosa Bop came in at number 5, and people are saying he got snubbed. How's he not top 3? Sosa Bop, again, another guy that gets buckets, strong, gets the rack, plays with the intensity, ferocious, love his game, but he'll jack up 6 half-court threes.
He does the tippy-toe threes from the logo.
Yeah, he don't care.
He's guaranteed top 3. I don't know who in the committee put him that low. That guy is bro, I got him more ball hog than Jay Milo. For sure.
Wow.
Sosa Bop. That guy chucks it up. Drives
This
in
is the
every
thing
time.
with Jay Milo. Jay Milo owns the fact that he's a ball hog.
Yeah.
He'll laugh and he'll say it, and he'll say, yeah, bro, I come here, I ball hog, I take a lot of shots. So respect him. He's probably the only one on the list. Although Sosa Bop in the comments was laughing about it. He knows it's all fun and games, but yeah, a lot of people in the comments were like, he's got to be up in that list.
Number
He's a ball.
one. Number one on
Wow.
the list.
Okay, let's continue to go through this. At number 7, we have Corey Guns. Okay, Corey Guns, and respect to Corey Guns. Another one. Doesn't look like a baller, gets underestimated, but that guy has the intensity, the ferocious, and the confidence. He'll shoot from anywhere and could go crazy hitting threes. He could put on a show.
That guy, he's had a few games where he's been off this season, but that guy does not care. He's pulling it from far, and if he hits him, he's going to let you know. He talks trash. I like that guy. He argues, and he does a little bit of antics with the refs.
Top 5, by the way, that list is coming. Biggest complainers to the ref at courtside.
Yeah, he's
That's
up
coming.
there. He's up there.
Oh,
he's up there.
Super up there.
But he's a ball hog, but he hits him too.
He hits him too,
If he's hitting, what are you going to tell him?
Don't let him hit 2 or 3.
No,
that guy will shoot the rest of the game.
He'll shoot all of them.
And he'll make
He'll
them.
shoot all of them.
Super entertaining to watch.
What else we got there?
Number 8, which he claims that he's gotten better in the comments. He says, I'm a changed man. He's found God, and he's changed his ways, and he's becoming a better man.
Who?
Chris Losada.
Oh, man.
And don't get me wrong, Chris Losada can make plays with the passing. He's another one that's a human highlight reel, one of the best mixtapes probably at courtside, plays with a ton of energy, super crafty, could get to the basket, could hit threes. I've seen him completely look off his teammates. And, obviously if he's playing against in a team that doesn't have superior talent with him, you're going to shoot more. But I've seen him ball hog some game. 100%. But he said he's a changed man. What do you think?
Let's see. I haven't seen him play this season. He's been better throughout the seasons. At first, this guy was chucking everything up. He will score a lot of points, get a lot of highlights, but forced shots, ill-advised shots, early in the shot clock when you don't need him, he'll do. But if he's a changed man, I want to see it. I want to see it
too. I'm going to give him his chance to prove it.
I think this list, there were some people that were snubbed. There's always a list of snubbed people, okay?
Right.
I have a few players that deserve to be on this list.
Okay.
And I don't know if you agree, but I think a gentleman by the name of Julian from Lifestyle Miami.
Oh, wow.
That guy is one of the biggest ball hogs to ever play the game. And how is he not on the list?
Okay. Like that.
Julian, he knows it too.
Right.
That guy is shooting. His playmaking ability is pretty good. He just doesn't show it because he wants to score. and he wants to let you know that he's in the building. He's going to make the biggest show in the arena.
Right.
And this guy is by far top 10 ball hogs in the entire league.
The reason I didn't vote for him, and the reason why I think he didn't make it to the top 15, because other members in the committee didn't vote for him as well. To me, I look at him as an efficient scorer. So I think there's a big difference, and you can make the argument, you know, Courtside Dirk is on the list.
Oh, my God.
But Courtside Dirk is the type of player as well where, because Julian and Dirk have size, they have, you know, the length, the height. They're able to get you in the mid-post, back you down, shoot efficient shots. And some of these guys at the top of the list are just either shooting quick shots or deep shots.
Yeah.
It's more like in your face, like, wow, it's a terrible shot. Julian will shoot a lot. It's just he's able to get to his spots at will, it seems like, you know, because of his body and skill. The guys.
Absolutely. Another guy that people wanted on the list, but just like you said, he's high efficiency. He scores all the time. Eddie Buckets.
Right. Eddie Buckets will shoot a lot, guaranteed. Yeah.
But is he really ball hugging? He's the best player on the court.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely an argument.
He's putting up 30 shots a game, but he's scoring 35, 40, sometimes 50. But I don't see him as a ball hog. He gets people involved. He makes the right play. I think when you're a ball hog, you don't make the extra pass.
Right.
You force it on double teams, and you just take bad shots. Eddie Buckets is not a ball hog in my eyes.
Right. And yeah, definitely, you know, there's a difference between a scorer and a ball hog. Yes, a ball hog is going to look you off, not make the extra pass. A ball hog's going to take forced shots, quick shots, bad shots that are not very efficient. I put Julian, I put a guy like Dirk in the category of, like, they're going to shoot a lot of shots, but they're going to shoot a lot of good shots.
Yeah.
Because they're able to create good shots for themselves.
That's a good point.
And I think that's the difference for me. Like I said, it's a vote. That's why Courtside Dirk, as you can see, is still on the list. Another guy on the list next up is Drayton Gerald. Drayton Gerald, to me, is a super efficient shooter from three, ultra confident, ultra. Like, that guy will step up in big games. He's not scared of anybody, but he'll take some tough hanging threes and shoot on your head.
100%. Please bring that list up again. I think we missed one, and we missed one bad.
Okay, we got Drayton Gerald, Zombie, Matt Get Buckets, Hezzy Will, Courtside Dirk, Steven Cruz, a.k.a. Mr. 101, and at 15, El Bebe. Very easy from Curtis Park. Will take some deep
I'm going to say a name right now, and there's no way this guy's not on the list.
I'll guess it.
Please.
I'll guess it.
No. Who is it?
Lester?
No way.
Bolsillo?
Bolsillo. That guy shoots every single time. Hook shots. Turn around.
The horse and trick shot master.
The best ever.
The best trick. Oh, man. Hook shots, turn around.
That guy's the biggest ball hog of all time.
No. Bolsillo.
That guy does not make assists, highlights. Everything is turn around. He just chucks it up.
Well, he's not more. The ultimate ball hog just doesn't play here enough.
Who?
We love him to death. The man right here.
Oh,
shout out to the legend. When Nicky Jam touches the building, he's gonna shoot 50 shots.
Hell yeah.
70 shots. He don't care who's wide open.
15 in a row. He's gonna keep shooting.
And he'll make some. And man,
bro,
it's a blessing, obviously, with what he's been able to do with his career, and to have him at courtside. It's definitely a blessing, but God, Nicky Jam will jack him up.
These Puerto Rican guys chug him up.
Yeah. And Bosi is
sure, bro.
Courtside.
Wow.
Kobe with the turnaround fadeaways, hook shots. I love it. I love watching him play though, because
it's like what? How?
How's he making these shots?
He'll post up a guy way bigger than him and throw it up backwards.
Hook shot, make him. But yeah,
that guy's awesome.
He's another one. He's definitely
for sure
be on that list. So another topic we want to discuss, the early season power rankings came out earlier in the week. I believe it was on Monday. I don't know when it was, but there was a lot of controversy. Obviously, everybody thinks they got snubbed. Everybody, has pride in this league, and that's what makes the league so competitive. But we're going to go through the rankings in the Ballers division. Number 1 was Lee Roofing. The debate on that is Lee Roofing is 1-1. How could they be the number 1 team or whatever the case may be? Lee Roofing in the Ballers division has gone back-to-back finals and lost, okay? We believe as a committee, I think we all agree that this is their year and this is their season to win it all.
Who did they lose to? I think
Monstars 1 year, and then last season they lost to Tacos and Tattoos.
But this year they're 1-1. Who have they lost to? I think they lost to.
Oh, they lost to
Satch and Marvillo, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's a tough team.
No, it's a super tough team. A team that I mean, the Ballers division is loaded with talent.
Okay,
You know, we got 6,
injury
7
hub.
teams,
I
but-
think the team to beat in Ballers division is the one with Marvillo and Satch. I just want them to run that game back because I don't think they had Sam, the big guy, for Lee Roofing.
Right.
That guy's a huge piece to that title contender
absolutely.
team. So Henry,
They added some pieces too.
Yeah.
Sean Fox, you guys will get to know him, but he's a forward, 6'4", 6'5", but
Yeah.
can put the ball on the floor and score. He had over 30 last game. But then you got, their two bigs with Sam and with I forget his name, shot blocker. I don't know. It'll come up. But they got their
Henry
big
and
guy.
Eddie
Shout out to him.
Buckets.
Henry, Eddie Buckets. They got shot blocker. They got interior. I feel that this is their year to
For sure.
to win it all. But
For
again,
sure.
you have a number 2 injury hub select. So many injury hubs, and then you got Matt Elite, Jack McClinton's out right now with an injury. When he comes back, that team is tough. Second season with the same exact team, so they're gonna have some chemistry. So
my favorite player on Matter Elite is Leaky. You know who that is?
yeah, of course,
That guy
has
makes
super
the
handles, layup
team.
package.
No, that guy finishes with contact, plays defense, never complains, takes it in on the big guys. I think he is the piece for them to win it. They're the dark horse in the division. Don't be surprised when they bring back Jack. They might win it all.
It's
brother.
about time because they've been in the Ballers division competing consistently for seasons on top of seasons. They haven't been able to get the job done, but I mean that's another veteran team. But the Ballers division, honestly, anybody could win it.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
there's
open.
just so
It's
much
open for
talent.
everybody.
That anybody could win that division.
Absolutely.
When we go to the Hoopers division, number 1, I think they're either 2-0 or 3-0, but aggressive grading. The young Columbus boys with Jay Milo, that team is super, super tough.
I don't see them losing a half this season.
Wow.
I don't see them
Okay.
losing a half because not only do they have the skill, they're just as good as all the grown men. These are high school kids.
Right.
They got the leadership from Milo. They have a big guy down low, Malik. That guy dunks. He alters shots. He blocks shots. He
And
runs
these are
the floor.
seniors in high
These
school.
are high school
You're not talking
kids.
about 14, 15-year-olds.
But they're not
Kids are-
regular kids. These guys are
Right.
Division I. They're all county, all state, national contenders. These kids could play all day long, and they have a lot of people on the bench. They could rotate. What Stephen Page did, he did an amazing job. They probably have one of the best uniforms in all of the league.
Yeah.
Aggressive grading.
Awesome uniforms, a fan base. They bring the dogs out.
Yeah, literally the pit bull.
Super, super cool.
I
pit
think
bulls.
I think they're ranked in the right spot. Aggressive grading, great.
I mean,
great.
you can't sleep on a team that's won a championship and is always in contention. And who's your daddy? They haven't played a game yet. They registered a little bit late. They were supposed to play this week, but we know what they got. They're gonna bring their same core back. With Aaron, with C Buckets, with Eddie Perez, and all them. They just play a certain brand of basketball. Probably the best fan base in the Ballers and Hoopers division. They share the ball extremely well. They compete. Who's your daddy's always a team that's going to be, at the top there. The 2-time champs, Lifestyle Miami, has been struggling 0-2, but you cannot count them out. They're led by Steve Miro and Julian and D'Oscar. And those guys, you just can't count them out because they're champions. The division has gotten more competitive. Their team has kind of struggled as of late.
Yeah,
But-
maybe they could make a better ending to the season. They got 30-pieced by these young, aggressive grading kids. I couldn't believe it. I thought Lifestyle was gonna show them, this is a man's league. This is how those kids lived up to the moment. They killed them.
I
from
mean,
start
the
to
issue
finish.
always with Lifestyle Miami, too, is them being able to keep their composure.
Yeah.
Stay focused on the game, not on the refs, not on the altercation with the other team. If they're playing ball, those are grown men with skill, and they're tough. You can't count Lifestyle Miami out. Anytime
Never.
you win 2 championships, I don't care what. If you sneak in the
sure.
playoffs, you're in there. As we go to the Vets division here, we got number 1. The Generals have been balling. You got Sparv. You got his cousin. You got Nesto. Like, that team is legit. Man. The roster goes on, but they've been playing really good basketball. They're undefeated at this point. But, they could win both the Vets and the Rec division. Generals, you can't sleep on them, especially when Sparv is playing at the level that he's playing at now.
He has also been in the gym. He's been working out. He's playing amazing basketball right now. I told him on the sidelines, I go, you have a chance to make history. You could win 4 rings this season. Rec, Vets, Hoopers, and Ballers. I honestly think his teams are good enough to do it.
Right.
I told him, if you don't win one, you can't come back to the league.
No, he's banned.
You're banned.
He's banned.
You can't have that.
Especially with that sandbag rec team. And again, it's not only my opinion. This is the issue I have. Like, you have a team that's been super competitive, have advanced far in the playoffs in rec, and you lose, and instead of coming back with the same squad, because they were disappointments the last 2 seasons, then you add more talent and more talent. It's like, stop adding talent. Stick with what you got, and you guys get better individually. You get better as a team, and come back and defend and compete to try to win a championship. But then they add talent. And again, I'm not hating. Shout out to the Generals. I think this is their year in
both divisions.
In rec. Yeah, I mean, vets will be tougher. And rec, I mean, they're the clear-cut favorites in terms of, like, their talent. They should be able to win it, but we'll see. You know, they just haven't performed well in the playoffs in history. But
there's a big the X factor for me for Generals. Another person I spoke to on the sideline in front of his whole team, Nesto. If Nesto keeps his head on and doesn't argue, plays team basketball, he could take them to the championship. When he starts complaining and he's in his bad mood and he starts arguing calls, that's
completely out of their game.
Out of their game. The other day I saw them play. I believe it was East Havana.
Right.
They beat the defending champs. He played basketball the right way. Didn't complain. Passed the ball. If he continues that, I think he can get a ring, maybe 2 this
Absolutely.
season.
I mean, he has the talent and the skill and the dog in him to do it. It's just about keeping your composure, man. It's hard to win a championship at Courtside. You got to be poised in the playoffs. Things aren't always going to go your way. You got to keep your composure, stay disciplined, focus on the task at hand, and finish the job. When you get all emotional, that's when you get in trouble, you know, in the playoffs. You know, rec, we got the Generals at number 1. We just talked about them. Number 2, defending king of rec champs, East Havana. You cannot sleep on them. I know they've lost a game this season already, but when you're the defending champ, like, you're going to be up there. Same thing with TFB 2.0. They say, why are they number 5 if they're 0-2? Because they're the defending champs. When you're the defending champs, you're always one of the top contenders.
And one of those games we were missing the number 1 player in the division, Jeffrey Vargas.
Right.
He wasn't able to make it. It was still a competitive game. We lost to Brothers, but I think with our full lineup, we added Marsh,
right,
a 6'6", 6'7" lefty, shot blocker, very good basketball player. I think he makes us even better. The division got better, but so did we. We're 0-2. I don't think we should be top 5. The committee said we are. So I'll take it. We got to do a better job. We have a chance. You gotta beat the champs. Okay?
Absolutely.
You got to beat the champs.
Right. In rec, at number 2, East Havana. At number 3, another team that you're on, everything teeth, and a lot of you know, controversy and speculation, like, how is everything teeth? Number 3, they don't know a lot of these guys. First time that they've really been fully together, but you got Andre at the point guard, you got shooter B. Stu, you got Mr. 101 Steven, you got Carter coming out the bench, you got Omar Morel, you got Camilo, you got Godoy, right?
Godoy,
like,
that guy's
yeah,
dog.
it's a solid team from 1 to 7 or 8. Like, everybody's good. Experienced group. You know, I think everybody's over the age of 30, but you got bigs, you got shooters, you got leadership. You guys could defend. I mean, I think, you know, it's yet to see if you guys will struggle with some youth. We'll see, but just a solid team. Good job by Omar Morel, the GM, and whoever helped them out putting and building that team. But I personally believe that everything teeth is definitely a tough team.
Yeah, we're contenders. Like you said, we have everything you need to win a championship. We want to get tested, so we want schedule us some top 5 ranked teams. Let's see if we're really deserving of the 3rd spot in the ranking in the division. Out of 40 teams, right? How many teams are in rec?
Yeah, 40 around there. Could
so
be
to
a little
be
bit
top
less
5, it's an honor. We're thankful, but we got to get tested. We got to see if we're really worthy of that. And I think we have a chance to win it, man. I think we do.
At number 4 and number 5, you got No Limit. Shout out to them. They've been balling undefeated. Skyforce is undefeated as well. 2 teams that have been in the league for a while. They've made some additions and have been playing really good basketball so far. That's why it says early season power ranking.
Very early.
Early season power. Everyone thinks, how? We're better than that team. We're better than this team. Each team has played 2 games. Like, there's a lot of basketball to be played. You got to prove it on the court. This is just early. Yeah. You go to the C League. At number 1, Vintage Touch. The core group was last year.
Sigue
Siendo, which were the champs.
Yeah.
They got their core group. They send it there. So it's basically Sigue Siendo, although Sigue Siendo's still in the league.
Yeah.
You got Vintage Touch at number 1, although they lost the game. Defending champs. We know what they bring to the table. At number 2, the JMP Sandbag Ballers.
Which one's that one? That's the one.
They've been playing on Saturdays. I don't know if you've seen them. You've been traveling the world. By the way, shout out to our fans in Switzerland,
Honolulu,
New Zealand,
everybody.
and Singapore. Just want to give a shout out to them. Thank you for following us on Instagram. But the JMP Sandbag Ballers have been really good. They got one player that played at Miami High, new to the league.
The tall, lanky guard?
Tall, lanky kind of guard. They say he's really good. They say he's sandbagging. We'll see how good he is.
Question. I believe it was Los Gallos, and Courtside Mike was bringing in another big guy from St. Thomas that we took him out of the division. Is that JMP guy also going to be removed, or we're going to let him play?
So as of now, the committee's still making a decision, but as of now, we believe that he probably will stay in the division. He hasn't been as dominant,
Okay.
but yeah, you're referring to Los Gallos and Jason, and I don't know if Mike was involved, but he brought a former player. Guy was like a baby LeBron, 6'5".
I ref that game. The guy was pulling up, step
pulling
back
up.
three,
Yeah, it's crazy what we've seen in the C League and what people will do for a ring. Earn your ring, earn it.
How do you
earn it? Put a team. You got to put a good team together. Don't get me wrong.
Come on,
but
man.
within the guidelines, within the rules, a lot of these experienced GMs and players in this league, you know what sandbagging is. You know what sandbagging's not. You're trying to get away with it. It ain't happening anymore.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
too many
One might
eyes.
slip by this and that.
Yeah.
But karma always takes care of them because a lot of the sandbagging teams, they end up losing in the playoffs.
Of course.
So, but we monitor it the best we can to the best of our ability. But stop playing with us.
We have a lot of eyes on all of these games. We got people that report every game. If there's too much talent in the C League, you got to get out, brother.
Globals, number 3, another team borderline. Sandbag has been the debate. Old Money, shout out to him. Shout out to Ray.
He's been balling.
From Global, the captain, put together a good team. Some new players, a guy named Chino, a good baller. They've been playing good, man. Old Money got his chance in the C League, and he's been proving that he's definitely one of the top players, been scoring the ball, been doing it all. Really, Global's a team that's tough. You got Colada Kings at number 4 with Tonka. Tonka's another player. The dude's a baller,
Sure.
And he's getting in better shape. That deadly spin move, he's been able to use his body, been
Big
hitting
body,
threes
big
from the
body.
outside. Number 5, better. Again, a team that made it to the championship last season. Although they lost one game this season early on, they had the game of the week against Alpha Kenny Buddy.
Wow.
And that
was a heck
they
of a
stepped
game.
up. They stepped up. They took care of business. You can't sleep on better. Teams that are proven in this league, they might lose a game or two, but we know what they're made of when it counts, which is in the playoffs.
They've beat very good organizations. They went all the way. If you could go all the way, that means you're built for it. You
Right.
don't get there off luck, off lucky shots. Those guys are down to ball all the way to the end.
For sure. So they're going to be one of the top teams. And they proved it. Alpha
Always.
Anybody's a top team.
Always.
Game of the week, and they took care of business. Real quick, we're coming to the end of this episode of the Courtside Podcast. Want to give a shout out to our top performers of the week. At number 1, Eddie Duarte from Pump Fake. Career high at Courtside, 43 points.
Wow.
Against a Colada Kings team that has struggled. Colada Kings was up to 14 points in that first half.
Yeah, I was watching. They let that game go away. Respect to Eddie Duarte. A week or two ago, they got smoked by Skyforce.
Yep.
It looked like he was out of shape. It would look like he was just getting his rhythm back.
Been in the lab.
But he's been working. He's been running. He's been shooting. And guess what? 43 points.
An efficient 43.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a shot chucker, far from that Ballhogs list, but he's just efficient. He'll get to his spots. He is, don't forget his nickname, the Hangman.
Yeah.
Hanging layup. He'll hang
finishes
for
with
3
contact.
seconds. Once the defender goes by, he'll hang, and then finish. Was hitting threes from deep, but
Big
super
time.
efficient, 43 points. That's number 1. Number 2, Slim from Matter Elite. 35 points against Jenny's Pharmacy and Matt got buckets. That was a super entertaining game. Just offense on both sides of the floor. Matt had 40-something. Slim had 35. You had Chris Mejia there. You had Melo there for Jenny's Pharmacy. High-level game, but Slim
Slim brought him
continues
back.
with age. He just gets better. 32 years old now, but the guy has unlimited energy,
That guy's
attacks in
always working.
transition, the lefty, could shoot from the outside, super confident player,
Crosses people up.
super crossover.
One of my favorite players in all of the league. Doesn't look like it, but that guy's
Another
going to
guy.
drop 30 every single game. Love that guy.
Yep. And our last top performer of the week, shout out to Sparv. First game of the season for Generals in rec. They beat a young, talented injury hub team led by Herman and Suarez. Sparv had a 46 ball.
Wow. Yeah,
He's been playing out of his mind as well.
That guy in rec, like, come on, brother.
No, that guy's
you have to
6'5",
win.
KD type skill set.
Exactly.
Could pull up, could drive, could do it all. But shout out to Sparv, 46 on that team.
Sparv, you're going to watch this episode. If you do not win a ring this year in Courtside, you're banned for one season, brother. You got to win. I told you could win 4. If you don't win 1, you're done, brother. You're too good. You're too good.
Sparv, you're going to watch this episode. Get your ass out of rec. You're done with rec. That's it. You're too good.
Come on, man.
6'5", baller, could drive, could shoot, could do it all. Respect to you. We love your game. You're one of the top ballers here.
You can't be
no more
that
rec.
good
And you
and
better win a
lose.
rec championship.
Yeah, you can't be that good. You're the best player in the division by far. You have a good team. You got good teammates. You better win, bro. Don't do that to yourself.
We love you, Sparv. Shout out to you. This is tough criticism and love, but get the damn job done. That's it.
I want to see you hold one of these, brother. I got 2 rings. You need 1, bro.
Team of the week, local Joker C-League beat number 3 ranked Colada Kings by 20. Local Jokers. Man, respect to them. Big dude, Adolfo Diaz, one of my favorite players, one of the nicest guys
Yeah.
in the league.
Nicest human.
Footwork, drop step, up and unders. The guy's a bucket.
Post game is nasty.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah. He's the Hakeem.
Olajuwon of the C-League. Love Adolfo.
Yes.
Shout out to him. Good guard play. Injury prone, was in rec.
Wow, they won by
Many
20.
times. They got the rec police, point guard on their team. Polices all the rec, all the sandbagging through the DMs. Shout out to him. They went to C-League, but, man, they were out of the top 5. Played against a tough Colada Kings team and just smacked them yesterday.
Wow.
20-point victory. TFB Vets, the original, not TFB 2.0. TFB is champs as
The
well.
champs, for sure.
Eastman, Jesus,
Yes.
Bodie, Eddie, all those guys. Beat 4 Horsemen, tough 4 Horsemen team. Courtside Dirk, Rick Landera, all those guys that they bring. They have a roster of 72 players. So they beat them by 30 first game.
What?
30.
No.
30 first game.
No way.
Yes, sir. But 4 Horsemen made it to championship
We beat
against
them in the
TFB 2.0.
championship.
They were almost. They could have won that game.
For
Gabe
sure.
gets hurt at the halftime mark.
Yeah,
they
that
could
was
have
a big
won.
loss.
4 Horsemen, great
They
organization. They're
30
72 players deep. Got 30 piece by TFB. So shout out to them, defending champ.
Wow.
Biggest disappointments, teams, and we'll go through this quick. Number 1, Ice Trey has been struggling already for a season. You got Jonathan Ramos, one of the most improved players. You got Bronson. You got Max Gutierrez, a legend from Lunatics. He's done damage in the rec division. You got Ice Trey,
Trey.
obviously.
Ice Trey.
Man, the goggles, the
Hold
shot.
on, they got all 4 of those guys on one team?
Yes, sir. And that's only the beginning because they got other ballers on that team. I think they're 0-2 now. They struggled last season. What's happening? You got to get it together. You got to go to practice, go meditate, do some yoga, go on a retreat, do something. But you guys are constantly coming here with that talent and losing games.
Wow.
It's unacceptable.
It's a
It's
loaded-
not acceptable.
loaded
You got a
squad.
loaded roster, take care of business, and win games.
Yeah, yeah,
Ice Trey's struggling, one of the biggest disappointments.
Wow.
And we love Ice Trey. Scooby! We love him, and we want to see him win. But you got to get it together as a leader. What's going on here? Fix it. Another disappointing team. Sky Force C League. You got Corey Guns. You got Lester. Say less. Shout out to him. You know we love him here. They got Carlos. They got the other shooter. 0-2, 0-3 now. Can't win a game in C League.
Yeah.
Come on now.
They lost to the Baby Goats, right? I think Joseph lit them
Lost
up
to the Baby
first
Goats.
game of the week.
Yes, sir. Baby Goats. They lost. They just keep losing and losing and losing. They're losing to everybody. Another team that's got to figure it out. I don't know if there's some turmoil, some beef. I don't know what it is. Yander, Sims, you're the GM of the team. Hasn't showed up to a game. I know he's busy. Shout out to the Miami Marlins. He
Was
works
that
for
Yayo?
them. Yayo.
You gotta
Make
get
a call. Get these guys together. What's going on, man? One of the most hyped teams. Then you're making it look like we're hyping you up for no reason,
Yeah, you can't
making
do
us
that.
look bad as a committee. You guys got to step up to the plate and get some W's.
And the last team, the biggest disappointment, I'll say it right here. My own team, TFB 2.0, defending champs. We're 0-2. And
first game you lost, blew it up. A minute 20, you're up 12 to 15 points
with a
against
minute
Ronas.
left, we blew it. We lost
Then
it
the next
in
game,
overtime.
brothers, you don't have Jeff Vargas. I get it. Next man up, all the smack talk. We're going to beat you from Mario Jr., this and that and this and that. And we smacked you, and brothers hasn't played together in a year. I just came off injury. I had 6
you guys
points,
killed us.
and we killed you guys.
And
you guys
C Buckets
something's
murdered
happened.
us. C Buckets murdered
shout out
us.
to him. He's
I underperformed. Mario is a guy that always
wants the opportunity.
He wants the opportunity.
He wants to smoke.
He wants to
Gotta
smoke.
perform.
He had 3 points. He missed almost every shot.
With Jeff, we might beat you by more. Jeff is
Jeff's a big time.
That's all hype.
No, he's not. That guy's a
number one player
champion.
in vets.
He had one of the best playoff runs in the history.
Ever. I'm only joking. Jeff is a bucket.
Jeff's
one of the most
bucket.
improved players in the history of Courtside.
Yeah.
In the history.
Yeah.
That guy, when he started here first season, was decent rec player. Now he's one of the top players in the whole
You know why
league.
I respect him? Because you guys ranked him number 1. And what does the number 1 ranked player do? He
Win a
performs.
championship.
Every single game, he was dropping 30 points on the best teams. And in the championship, he dropped another 30 piece. Respect to him. Jeff, we need you for all these games. We can't go 0-3. I already told the team we go 0-3, we might not make the playoffs.
Begging you, Jeff.
Jeff, we need you, brother. Come on, man.
He's begging you. It's not looking good.
We need you. If we go 0-3, we might not make the playoffs. That'll be the biggest disappointment in the history. From defending champs to bounce. Not even, you can't even make the playoffs.
DFB, figure it out. You're a championship organization. Figure it out because it's not looking good.
We got
DFB 2.0. What's happening?
Back to back.
0-2.
Back to back.
Not
Don't worry
looking
about
good.
it. It's all good.
Again, thank you for tuning in to the Courtside Podcast. Fui.
Basu Customs, baby. Brian Basu. If you need any uniforms, you need any custom gear, hit us up on Instagram, Basu Customs.
Shout out to our sponsors, Injury Hub, Aggressive Grading. Shout out to our fans from Hialeah. We got fans in Hialeah, Homestead, Carroll City, Opa-locka,
Little
Alapata,
Havana,
West Kendall, Little Havana,
and
Westchester.
The West Chest.
And those are all local. We got a ton of fans. And for some reason, I don't know what got posted, we got the most fans in Singapore.
Yeah, man.
The island of
global.
Singapore.
We're global.
Singapore, shout out to you guys in the DMs. We see you. Oh, the Southeast Asian market of Juhidith.
Yes. No, we got, if we keep naming places.
Unlimited. And we have DMs and we're